Hello, this is a training video on the Raizer M manual lifting chair. The Raizer M is a manual emergency lifting chair that is assembled around a fallen person. Once fully assembled, you're able to turn the crank handle to lift them into a seated or perching position. The Raizer M comes in two main packages, the seat unit and the backpack. Let's start with the seat unit. Simply remove the elasticated cover, and here is the top of the seat unit that the fallen person will sit on. Notice the turquoise anti-slip strips. On each side of the seat there is a cog that the crank handle will be fitted into. There's one on both sides so that you can operate it from both sides. Next we have the backpack. Simply unzip it, and inside you've got a really clear picture of how the Raizer M goes together. In here we have the backrest. This supports the fallen person's head and neck during the lift. Next we have the two backrests. Now these are totally identical, so it doesn't matter which side they fit into the seat unit. They also have the seat belt attached. It slides up and down, so it can either be a lap strap or a torso strap, depending on the fallen person's needs. Next, we have the four lifting arms. Again, these are totally identical, so it doesn't matter which one of the four slots that it fits into. Finally, we have the crank handle. So this fits into either side of the seat unit, and then you can wind it up to operate the Raizer M. The backpack is moulded so that each of the individual components fits safely, neatly and securely into the backpack.
Ask the person to lift their knees or assist them to do so. Then slide the seat unit underneath, making sure it is tight against their thighs. Next, get the person who has fallen to cross their arms. This opens up the shoulder blades. As the person rolls their shoulder away from you, slide the backrest underneath them and into the seat unit. Then repeat on the other side. Then fasten the seat belt. This doesn't need to be tight, it's mainly for reassurance. Do this before inserting the legs. Next, click all four legs into place. They are all identical, so you cannot insert them incorrectly. Next, slide the headrest behind the person's head. Alternatively, if you have a second carer, they can support the fallen person's head. You can now place the crank into the side of the seat unit and turn the handle clockwise to start raising the fallen person from the floor. You can pause at any point during the lift by simply stopping rotating the crank handle. It may indeed be necessary to pause for a short rest a couple of times on the way up. Once the Raizer M is at the correct height for mobilisation, you can undo the seat belt and assist the person with a standing transfer. Before dismantling your Raizer M chair, please wind it back to the floor. This is to ensure the chair is in the right position for the next lift.
So now you know how to operate the Raizer M lifting chair. We're going to cover off a few pieces of important information we think you should know. The Raizer M seat unit weighs 7.2 kilos and the components weigh 5.2 kilos, so a total weight of 12.4 kilos. The maximum user weight or safe working load of the Raizer M is 150 kilos. The other thing to be aware of is where you can actually use the Raizer chair. As long as the surface you're working on is flat, you are able to use the chair, be that outside on grass, gravel, tarmac, or inside on tiles, wooden floor, laminate, carpet. It's designed for many different surfaces, and therefore, as long as it's flat, you can be confident that you're able to operate the chair. Thank you very much for watching this video, and all the very best with using your Raizer M lifting chair.